We live in an absolutely wild world, but one thing is for sure, that people are trusting the media less and less. Now here's the latest example of why they're losing trust. We've got this report from CBS News that claims the US economy has been hit with increased gas prices, inflation, and supply chain issues due to the Ukraine crisis. Now yes, there is inflation issues. Yes, there's high gas prices, and there are supply chain disruptions. But the Ukraine crisis started like yesterday. What are they talking about? This is classic gaslighting. It's simply taking problems that have persisted for 2 years or more, and it's trying to use a brand new current event to try to explain it away. This is classic political strategy, is use war, use conflict to actually get people to be okay with the problems in their daily lives. Now let's take a look at some of the underlying data here. We can see that gasoline prices have been rising, but they've been rising since the beginning of 2020, since the beginning of the pandemic. That has nothing to do with Ukraine. Then if we continue and we look at this quote here, what we have is the chief economist from RSM saying, as costly as another European war would be in human and economic terms, its economic burden in the United States would fall hardest on the middle and working classes. That's true. But what we have to understand is that the burden is yet to come. It would happen in the future. It's not what has caused the things we've already experienced. If you understand what's going on in Russia with the oil production, then you're going to start paying attention. What you understand is that they produce about 10% of all oil globally. And if we sanction them, if we prevent them from exporting that oil, yes, gasoline prices for Americans will rise. There will be more and more issues, but that doesn't mean we get to use the Ukraine crisis as an explanation for the bad, undisciplined monetary and fiscal policy and all of the issues around inflation, gasoline prices, and supply chain disruptions that have already been going on for years. If we now take a look at the US inflation rate, it's at 7.5%. in January of 2022. But go back, it was over 4% in April of last year. Did that have anything to do with Ukraine? Of course not. And so the media is gaslighting Americans. The media is simply trying to spin a narrative that is untrue. If you look at the data, it is completely at odds with what the media narrative is in that CBS report. Now, it would be intellectually dishonest to say that the Ukraine crisis has had absolutely zero impact on gasoline prices at all. As you can see here, we were at about $3.40 when the crisis started. Today, we're just about $3.50. But that is a minuscule impact compared to what they're trying to explain. They are trying to take the current conflict and use it as an excuse for the problems that we have. As we head into midterm elections, expect more and more gaslighting, expect more and more stories like this. You, as an individual, you've got to be able to look at what they're saying and then go and check out the data for yourself. Go to the primary sources. Think for yourself. Do not allow them to spin data and narrative to explain away the problems. We must hold our politicians and our economic leaders in check. We must hold them accountable. And ultimately, that's the responsibility of every individual citizen. Hey you, did you like this video? Great, we make 5 of them a day and post them here on this channel. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and see you next time.